Greetings, traveler.
I guess we're trying again. This time, you know, we'll be drafting a bit more alert, and let's hope we just get a disgusting Paladin deck to start the leaderboard run with. If Paladin wasn't in here, I would have probably picked the Warrior. But we're doing that leaderboard thing, so we will be picking the Donger. Okay, so yesterday I picked a Bone Drake in a similar pack with the explanation that, you know, I want some high value cards because I'm gonna be picking a ton of early game. But then I didn't get a ton of early game offered, and I think that happens from time to time, right? So 5 wins with Paladin. Shut up, you. All right. I didn't get a ton of early game offered, so I'm thinking, do we pick the Sword of Justice to both have a little bit of early game ourselves, have some pings, and open the door to an archetype where we don't get a ton of early game offered? And even if you have a ton of early game, like, it's not like it's a terrible card, right? So I think here we go different from where we went yesterday, and we pick the early ping, see what happens. Ding. All right. I have been a fan of Sound the Bell, and I think I'll pick it here. That speaker's okay, definitely good, but it feels like you need the board, right? So I'm thinking that if I'm gonna have the board as Paladin, I'm gonna be pretty happy regardless, right? So I feel like I pick the bells here, and then I go for just the better on their own stats, right? Like Frost Riders and 1-drops. Conviction or an Arrogant Crusader? What's the card on the back? Ogre Ninja and Goblin Outer Barber. Oh, congratulations, Doc Johnson. Happy to hear that, man. That's some pretty sick results. The conviction isn't terrible. I haven't felt super pleased about having Arrogant Crusader. Then again, we don't really want too many of those effects of the conviction. Like 1, maybe 2. Like Equality or Humility would kind of count in that same region. Arrogant Crusader has been okay to push damage with. I'm feeling the conviction for now. Like, honestly, I could even see the Chillblade. I don't think I'll pick it here, but I could even see the Chill. I feel we're going with the conviction, and then we'll see. Okay, nice early pick. So I think it's not Vine Cleaver, because I think I want to, even though Vine Cleaver is really good, and this is honestly still a little experimental. I think the Vine Cleaver is only good if you do get you know, a ton of early game offered. And I feel like I just want to pick the Silver Swords and not the Vine Cleavers, right? So it's a bit more of a, you know, not necessarily an experimental strategy, but it's at least a little new. Where I used to pick the first Vine Cleaver very highly, but I've been finding that I've been having to skip Silver Swords. I don't know, Vine Cleaver is extremely good though. But I feel like I just picked the Steed, and then we try to find the early game cards and the Silver Swords. Brewmaster's nice. This took forever. Thank you, Dimodius, for the $5 tip, man. Much appreciated. True Silver Old School. Yeah, True Silver would not have been bad. I mean, none of those cards are bad. The Brew. A 2-mana 2/2 or Humility. I don't think Night Howler here. This is what I mean with the conviction early on, right? It's like, I feel like it's still Humility. And then we just pick good 3-drops, try to get some good 1-drops. We could experiment with Hive Queen in a deck where you're not necessarily going for a lot of 2s. We have Sword of Justice, which is a cool combo where we play this, they don't kill it, we play the sword, we don't lose mana. I think I might try out a Hive Queen. The Blessing of Might would be okay, but seeing as I'm still not I'm not necessarily locked into a leaderboard run yet. I mean, it's a leaderboard run, but you know what I mean, right? Is Freebooter just crap fodder? I mean, I had one in my Warrior yesterday, and I had 6 weapons, and it didn't feel good, so if it doesn't feel good with 6 weapons, when are you gonna fucking pick it? It's like Rogue. In Rogue, it's fine. Don't Hive Queen, trust me. You don't seem like a very trustworthy frog, though. Like, you seem to be sweating, seem to be hiding something. I don't know, I just this deck as well. I had 2 Blessings of Might, and they're like fine, right? But that's just like fine-ish. You kind of don't want them. Card doesn't feel good. I get it, right? I get it, but we gotta have the board. We gotta do something. We gotta do something, right, guys? Maybe we have to sell our soul to the devil a little bit, grab that board, and at all costs, right? Because, I mean, they're not playing anything either, right? I'm gonna go with the Hive Queen, and we will V-Shed. All right, Stormwind is one hell of a finisher. Gastropod will be fine, but I think we wanna do this, like, Adwok Merps were talking about it as well, where they pick less twos, right? And we just pick those very nice finishers, and then hopefully all the ones we get and strong threes. That's kind of what we're looking for. Well, that's not a 2, as you guys saw in the last game. That's, well, not the last game, but the game where we hit the silver sword. It's such a huge swing. Well, hello. What do we have there? Probably just the Stone Hill. We get this pick all the time. We have to see whether we like. It feels like the Stone Hills might have been adjusted though. Like I get a lot more meh picks, but I guess we'll keep trying. Maybe we're just on a bad luck streak. Because if I get a lot more meh picks out of Stone Hill, I probably don't want it anymore, right? Okay, I think here it's the lost. I think that's the trade-off. We are like, I feel like you have to pick those ones when you get them. It's so important to be on the board. Basilisk is a very powerful card, but it feels like 3-drops are a bit more common than 1-drops are. So I feel like if you do get a good 1-drop offered, gotta pick it. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Those good 1-drops. It might still be the Leperno. I have Sword of Justice. I guess it is the Leperno, right? I don't want to light Sarah. Welcome aboard, Leperno. It's not the Doctor, right? So Yeti or Direwolf. I was pretty pleased with the Direwolf last time, and I think I might just pick it again here. Thinking about it. We already have Lost in the Jungle. We have Stonehill. Feeling the Direwolf. Okay. I've had some people play Jelly against me and it wasn't terrible. It's not another Conviction because we already have Conviction and Humility. So it's either give the Jelly a shot or pick the Wrath. Jelly has been annoying. You don't want to pick that many 2s? I don't want to pick 2s for the sake of a 2. Bells is not a 2. Ooze is not really a 2. Dog is definitely not a 2. Conviction's not a 2, right? So I can have 2 mana cards, that's fine, but I don't want to go out of my way to pick like Golaka Crawlers like I did before, right? We have Sword of Justice with the Jelly. And Direwolf, Steed to protect it, Champion to protect it. So what kind of a deck do we have right now? We have a Champion as a win con, we got 3 1s, we're kind of lacking good 3s, we got Bells as a win con as well. It's really not a deck yet, it's hard to say. It's not really leaning in a particular direction. Trying to figure out how often the Wrath, let's have a look at Lightforge. Trying to figure out how often the Wrath is really useful, right? Well, they have the Jelly over the Wrath. I guess we were already leaning Jelly, so we'll give it a try. Nice. Another Lost in the Jungle. We're fairly happy with that. Protector would be okay, but it's usually in a really good bucket, so it's hard to pick. Probably still Light's Justice, although that speaker is starting to look good. We could use something to play on 3, but I think you just really want to lock down that early game, which is why, you know, we pick Champion and Swords, you know, for those win conditions. We have Bells for the win con. I don't think it's a quality. It could be, but I don't think it is, because we have a Humility and we have a Dark Conviction. If you have Humility, Dark Conviction, and a quality in your deck, it's just so likely you draw weird. I feel like I pick Shroom Brewer here and just go defense, 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 and then we'll pick Silver Sword if we see it, because it's usually fairly free. And we will be ready for it now. We're not packing too many weapons. We'll just pick the Favor here. Not really much to talk about. Could be a Mad Hatter deck, the way it's looking. Welcome aboard, Hatter. Ho, a ho, a ho. What do we have here? So, Call to Arms. Hive Queen's pretty fun with that, but we don't really have that much. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we currently have 4 targets for the Call to Arms. I want to start off by saying that I think we can pick every card here. I think every card has its merit. Another Steed is never terrible, right? We could pick Divine Cleaver because we are going fairly low and we have those heal effects and we have not been offered a Silver Sword yet. And Call to Arms is extremely powerful when it's played on curve, and we can try to pick some more. On the other hand, we're not really looking to pick the 2 mana cards, and we already have a decent amount of 1s, so we're not going to be super happy. So I think we're going to rule out the Call to Arms, and then we can talk about the Steed or Divine. It's a fairly low curvy deck now. We have the Favor to refuel. The Mad Hatter is there to push. I feel like now it's Vine Cleaver, so the earlier pick wouldn't have really mattered. But we kept our options open. I think that's the most important thing. Because we picked that steed early, we kept our options open to pick silver swords when they were offered. It's pick 20 and we weren't offered any silver swords. On top of that, we've already secured quite some good 1-drops, which is also different from the previous deck. The previous deck had these big weapons, but did not have the early game to support it. So we'll go with the Vine Cleaver now because it's a very powerful finisher. Whereas Steed can be a bit awkward if you're trying to close out the game. You play this and you get polymorphed, you lose so much tempo. Volcanosaur for a finisher or Cursed Disciple. I think I am leaning the Cursed Disciple. Just a good card in general. And we have picked Vine Cleaver, and we probably still want to pick Silver Sword if it's offered. We currently have Sound the Bells, Favor, Stonehill. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're getting there. We're kind of going to pick another curve card. I'm not a huge fan of the Frost Rider when you're a bit more aggressive, but we might just have to pick it here because we do not have strong 3s. We have Sword of Justice and Stonehill right now. And Stonehills have low rolled a bit for me. So I think I will go with the Frost Rider here. It's a tough decision actually. If we had more 3s, it would be a somewhat easy Stonehill. I don't think the deck is that light, Cool Fool, right? You've got some big boys in the jelly, you've got a Hatter, you've got Sword of Justice, you got Favor, you got Stonehill. Is it Argent with the 1s? So you're thinking Argent because we can recycle it better than the Frosty? We don't have that many 1s though, because like with Hive Queen it doesn't matter, right? So it's like Light's Justice and 2 Lost in the Jungle, and then the Leper no. Yeah, Bells is also late game for sure, for sure. No Stonehill and Pally. I think it's actually not Stonehill. Like I think it's somewhat easy to rule out the Stonehill here. I mean, I value your opinion, right, Tara? I'm looking at the Protector. We can try it out, but not having the strong 3s is scaring me, man. It's super scary to not pick a 3 here because we just don't have them, right? I have a Sword of Justice, that's it. A 1/4 taunt is pretty annoying. 3 mana 4/4 is more annoying. You're not huge on Argent over Frosty, yeah. I don't think you can be, right? Because it's like it's a 3 mana 4/4. But absolutely, the Protector does get better the later the game goes. That's always been the case, yeah. All right, you know what? Let's give the Argent a shot here. It's never terrible, right? What are we gonna Argent though? You know, we're gonna Argent one of our dudes. Maybe a Shroom Brewer? It might still be the Frosty. All right, you know what? We'll give the Protector a shot. I had one in the run with Dima and it did feel pretty good, so. Tough call there. All right. Do we need the Weapon Hate or do we need the 3? Nasty. It's not a premium 3, so that's definitely something. With the Sword of Justice, Raging Worgen is quite nasty. I've had okay Raging Worgens these days. Team Sludge. I like Sludge, but I like being on the board even more. Worgen Bells combo. Worgen Steed, Worgen Bells, Worgen Sword of Justice, Worgen Stormwind. It's definitely some stuff we can do. I think it's a 3, yeah. I think we need some early game. Silver Moon Guardian. Yeah, I guess we'll just take something to play. I'm not a fan of Igneous at all. More Lost? Could pick the Lion here. This is the same as yesterday. We have Vine Cleaver and we have Vine Cleaver and we have double Lost, but I think it's another Lost in the Jungle. It's just so important to be on the board. And I'm still hoping that we get a Silver Sword. All right, I'm gonna give you 10 minutes, American Pie. And if you wanna act normal after that, feel free to come back. If not, feel free to stay away. I think it's the Lost. I think if you can, you go that way. It's so important to have stuff. Guess we just go with the card draw. Not great, but okay. Probably Fallen Sun Cleric in this kind of deck. Ooh. Okay, so we have Vine Cleaver and triple Lost. Funny enough, I think it's not Nesting Rock, right? I think we want those heavy finishers. So it's either another Sound the Bells, or it's Light Fused Stegodon. I feel like we can definitely cheese out some wins with the Stegodon. And we already have Bells. What do you guys say here? I think with the triple Lost, it's just so likely that we can make some cool combos with this. And I have to get a feel for the Steg again, because I haven't really played Steg in this meta. Yeah, especially with the Vine Cleaver. We need a finisher, right? It's a nasty finisher. So is Bells though, or so are Bells. Rock for you? I think it's not Rock. Like Rock is good, but it's not as, it doesn't add as much weight, right? And we are really early game oriented right now, so we need big things. Wow, black card is really low rated. I've never minded black card. I guess we just pick it here. No healing coming in. Oh, we have 2 brewers, never mind. Yeah, I think it's definitely black card then. Oh, baby. I think the way how the draft turned out, you pick a second Vine Cleaver here, right? We have Dude Synergy. We can use the finisher. We're fairly early game oriented, so Steed isn't even that good in this kind of deck. I wouldn't want triple Vine Cleaver, so I'm okay with the 1 Steed we picked over Vine Cleaver. We got 0 Silver Swords offered, but that's good. Like, we were flexible. We didn't make a strategy that revolved around getting Silver Sword. We just kept the options open, which is good. I like the Cleaver for the finishing potential here. Nice.
Uther versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Why is it not Rock? Because it's a strong curve play, but I feel like because we invested so heavily in early game, I need cards that do more than Rock, right? I need cards that have a very big impact, such as Stegodon on 4 dudes, such as Vine Cleaver, such as Stormwind Champion, right? What do we pick over the Rock? The Steg, right? Yeah. Because we shouldn't really have a problem getting the early board. The problem is, once we have the board, what do we do with it? And then I need strong finishers. You're so tempted to keep the Stag. It's a rogue. I'm good not doing that. So if we Hive Queen here, he daggers, we make a dude, kills our dudes. We lost in hero power again. By then we should be able to kill her off. The other one is to go Lost right now. Or you could go Hive Queen plus Lost, but then you just give him something to dagger, right? And you lose your coin. Like, I'm fine playing it and seeing what he does. That is fine, you know? Ooh. Is it the double Lost combo? Plays right into the fan. It could be Lost Coin Cleric. And then next turn, Lost Hero Power. That feels much better, if anything.
Reporting for duty.
Gotta say, Taro, Frost Rider would have been... it would have been pretty good here, right? Trade, Frost, never mind. And then you have the healing, okay. But this is good here, right? I just want to say. But Frost Rider would have been fine. Vibri, thanks so much for another 500 bits, man. Thanks so much for the support. Hope you're having a great day. Alright.
Reporting for duty. The battle. The battle.
Immortality.
That's a lot of shit on board. A draft with no silver swords? 90 cards, not one of them was a silver sword. But, I mean, we got a good deck offered. But this is good. We went in with flexibility, right? The flexibility was there.
The battle. The battle.
This is my responsibility.
To bathroom, to bathroom, to bathroom, to bathroom, to bathroom. Outside it's raining and I go to work in 3 hours. Monka ass, baby. Monka ass, man. Snail. So do we keep a 4-1? Or do we keep the conviction to use next turn?
To battle!
This is my responsibility.
Conviction's a 2-mana 4-1 here. 4-1 or a 3-3? No, 4-1 and a 1-1 or a 3-3. 4-1 he daggers, still takes the damage. Versus hold the conviction for next turn. But I don't think that's good because you can just go in here, right? I think we get a 4-1 out. Making him hero power is not great unless you draw well. This is true, but we just need to make sure that he doesn't destroy us and that Vine Cleaver can do its thing, you know? That's why we picked Mr. Cleaver over Steed, even though Steed would have been pretty good on this turn. Like, in this hand, Steed is always better, right? The way how it played out, and because you have Stormwind. But overall, I think the Vine Cleaver does more than Steed.
So many options.
Why not make a 3-3 dude and trade? Well, I value the 4-1 and the 1-1 more than a 3-3, I think. Because if you make a 3-3 and he just plays a 4-6 or whatever, you're just like, what is my 3-3 gonna do? So I think it's either conviction trade or not conviction at all. Because then you want to be able to convict whatever he plays. But then the problem is if he daggers and plays like a Yeti or whatever, it's still pretty bad. Number 1, Bibri. Thank you so much, man. Congrats on that number 1 spot. Claiming it with the 1.1k. Feels good, man. Do we play the Justice?
I wonder.
Don't. Keep a 2-2 and a 2-2. Versus a 2-1 and a 1-1. With the Stormwind coming in, I guess we play it.
Reporting for duty.
I think I will push one face with it.
To battle!
Just because it's so incredibly likely we're gonna Vine Cleaver on turn 8, right? There was one too many babblies in there. Ha! That's a pretty good weapon for your damage. Oh, we're stacking up, boys. We're stacking up.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
That's pretty good, though. We get good trades in there. We get to pressure him. And then we get to unleash our armory on his face. 2 can play this game. Ew. Stormwind feeling very nice, though. Very nice, very nice. Vine Cleaver, lol. Picked Vine Cleaver over Steed, lol. Lol, this guy, lol. Yeah. That's true. Like, what? Okay.
Uther versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. I will.
Yeah, Stormwind was very nice there. We don't have 3s, so guess we keep working, right? Look for 1. That is not the one I was talking about. Alright, Lost in the Jungle. Please, baby, come on. Give me that Lost in the Jungle. Beautiful. Quite Sword of Justice into Worgen has its charm, though. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
I think we take that. Get a 4/4 Worgen. And then we get to spread a little more.
For justice.
For justice. Where can we see the leaderboard runs? Well, currently this is kind of the first one because I've had 2 bad ones before this. So I'll start tracking them once I have a good one. But you can do exclamation mark stats and there will be a separate tab for them.
Reporting for duty.
Does that mean Shatter's OP? Don't try to make any sense of what I say, chat. Alright. Sort of justice, man. Doing some work. Love it. Man, this guy is pushing back hard. I guess we have to ooze that. Explosion. Like, my brain just exploded watching that play. My God. Alright. If you say so. Do I even kill the weapon now with the brewer? Because I can bop bop and heal it and have a 5/5. And I have my weapon destruction for a better weapon then. Yeah, I kind of like having the 4/4 again than the 5/5.
For justice.
Face? No. Okay, so this makes me think he's got a big boy weapon and we're pretty happy with the hold. So humility heals 2 on our guy. Man, this is a pretty bad turn. This is like make a dude pass, right? Because I don't think we can play Stag with Vine Cleaver in hand, but maybe we can. Let's think about it. Humility to put extra health on our guy. Stegadon bump. Into Blackguard, into Vine Cleaver, but we will ooze whenever needed. Rock would be pretty good here. It would Wankdorf. The question is, would it be necessary? That is the question, right?
I must move quickly.
I think, given the circumstances, we tempo. Because I don't really have time to play that humility, seeing as the curve is Blackguard into Vine. Okay. We're somewhat okay with this. I love how the Vine Cleavers are showing up in pairs every time though. Divine Favor isn't going to get any value here. My God.
For justice.
Right.
Reporting for duty.
Well, if the life points reach 0, you win.
Reporting for duty.
I think I'm done taking any damage. That's the only way we lose this game, right?
The battle. For justice. Reporting for duty.
He's like, this guy didn't hit my face at all.
Reporting for duty.
How is he winning? What a noob, lol. I think we can take 2 in order to keep some stuff alive. Dunk, dunk. Dunk, dunk. 2 bodies gone. You can play black card.
I serve.
You might want to get the 1/1s out of the way, right?
The battle. The battle. For justice. Reporting for duty.
My torture continues.
The battle. I must move quickly. Reporting for duty.
The light dims, but we fight.
Shelly's a nice pickup.
The battle. The battle.
Just to try and lock out any way he can kill us.
The battle for justice.
Took 2 damage, monk ass. I am undead.
Reporting for duty. I end you.
No escape.
The battle. Well done.
An interesting game plan.
Uther versus Uther. I will fight.
BM in my card games.
Command the light.
I think it's normal to BM there, to be honest. The thing is, you don't want to play the ooze early, but I think you still keep it for a maul or something, right? You just keep it in your hand. Nice. Ooh.
Reporting for duty.
Seems like we can keep the ooze. Why not get rid of the Vine Cleaver to draw a little bit more into Shroom? You mean equip the Vine Cleaver? On which turn?
The battle. The battle.
With this lead, I'll keep the ooze. It's so likely to hit. Easy jungle. How much have you played now, Mithranor? Like, it's good to see you in the chat every time. Huh? It's fun. Are you streaming some Hearthstone or not yet?
Ash to ash.
This might be a single bell here with Light's Justice. It's either Light's Justice, sack 2 things, and then just make a dude. So what does the board look like? With the single bell, we got a 2/1, 2 1/1s, and a weapon. With the other one, we got 3 1/1s. But you keep Lost in the Jungle if you go bells. 2 tempo out later. He might play the 1/2s actually, and then the Shroom Brewer comes in very handy if I bells. Don't kill it? Nah, I'd rather kill it. I think it's better. Because I think now he might play the 1/2s, right? And then Shroom Brewer on the 2/1. It's going to be really nice. Because from his point of view, the 1/2s are pretty good here. Like, why would he throw away other cards? That's probably what he's thinking. So then Shroom Brewer on the 2/1 is good tempo again. That's what I was saying, chat. That's what I was saying. Wow, he's so greedy. He's not even going to play both of them. How much do we care about MCT? I feel like on this board you take it. It's 50-50 for a terrible minion, right? I'm doing alright, Vivid Lotus. Thanks for asking. Okay. We can use that or we can hold it. It's completely... It's not unreasonable to hold it. Unless we don't have any development. I think here you play it, just because our development is a little weird otherwise. Ooze, Hero Power, Hive Queen, and then next turn you have Conviction Jungle.
Let me think.
It's good pressure. No, I get it, Nameless, I get it. I simply didn't think I was going to be drawing. I think that's the best way of saying it, Nameless. Conviction looking pretty good here, guys. If I say so myself. Do we get rid of the Hive Queen? Guess we do, right? Can also get rid of the dudes and then just play this out, but I can't play Stormwind. And it's gonna block my hero powers with other cards, right? It's better against Consec, but he doesn't have Consec.
For justice.
It's either the 2 1/1s and then play these. Keep something against Consec. I don't think so. I think we just hero power and Leper Gnome.
The battle, reporting for duty. Move quickly.
Yeah, they're fairly different game modes, Mithranor, but for sure. Doesn't hurt to get a bit more familiar. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we have to throw this in. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep these two, play out again. Give me a big hug. Oh, good thing I didn't jam this. For some reason I thought I could play out. Dunk. Wow.
The victory is yours. Uther versus Thrall. For Doomhammer. I will fight with
For a Doomhammer. Conviction with the Lost is pretty nice. I'm thinking we throw it though, right? Try and find a 4-drop, a 3-drop, something like that. Conviction has been good though. Absolutely. Bonus points for that card.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, friends.
Well met. Reporting for duty.
Oh. We're doing it, right, chat? We're doing it live. Probably warrior and then either warlock druid unplugged DJ. It looks a little. It depends a little bit what we get offered. Big Daddy Stegodon coming in. Divine Shields or Death Rattle? Death Rattle means it can get crowded pretty fast. Divine Shield is weak to Blood Knight. We have Steed, so having a Divine Shield, but you probably want to Steed this. They're both pretty good against AoEs. I don't think it's health. Death Rattle against Volcano. That's fair. That's a fair shout. I think it's roughly the same.
The battle.
Stickiness. We're doing it, presses the hero power. Well, it was more just... Top deck MCG. Stealing best minion. We're good, chat. We're cool, relax. Ooh. It's a nice day. Sun is shining. We're all good. Alright.
Let me think.
What is the play here? Lights Justice. Do I just play this? Got 6 1/1s and a 4/4. So good if he AoEs us. Lights Justice, Hero Power, thing, Duck, then he can kill here. I guess we just force the storm out of him, right? What do I do if he storms though? I guess I tempo. Set up for the steed. MCT feels good, man. Hey, son, how are you doing today? Yeah, 3 mana for a 3/3. Battlecry, spawn a spider tank. And deal 4 damage to the opponent's spider tank. It's not that bad of a card, honestly. I could play it.
Brothers, heed my call.
So, no storm in his hand. Ooh. Tarot, definitely, you know. I see it. I see the Frost Rider being a little weird here.
Not on my watch.
For justice. Reporting for duty.
Honestly, for being hit by an MC tech on our best minion, we're doing alright, but my god. He's only played 2 cards so far, right? Top deck. Ooh, useful totem. I'm leaning Blackguard over Steed because I think he's got Hex in his hand. I think it's almost inevitable for him to have Hex in his hand. So I'd rather have this get Hex than my Steed. I'm going to use the weapon charge because we have 2 Vine Cleavers on the way. At least I choose to believe so. I haven't caught up with the Light Forge yet, Alexis. I don't get to listen to it every week. Like, I'm kind of always doing shit. Ah, shit, Bibri. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, MC Tech sucks, man. Just a stupid card. Rip. This is where Steed is awkward when you're being aggressive, right? This is where I prefer to not have Steed and to have other cards. I'm wondering if I even make a dude to open up the ability to play something. I'm guessing if he doesn't play anything, we're killing him fast enough, right? I think we still make a dude. It's a decent amount of power on the board right now. What's worse, MC Tech or Primordial? They're both really dumb, but at least Primordial costs 8. I don't know. They're both really dumb.
I spread the master's will.
Karate. Ho ho ho! How are we doing today? So, do we kill him? 10, 16. We do not. So I guess we're gonna get rid of that poison dude then.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
The might of Stormwind.
The battle!
This is my responsibility.
I'll hold the final charge. There's no Vine Cleaver yet. Good thing we didn't steal. Well, if he had played cards, MC Tech could have been bad. Alright, this is always a tough matchup.
None can escape my fury.
I will fight with honor.
Looking for those ones. Maybe a nice 2, maybe a Sword of Justice. Ooh, in combination with the Lights Justice, it's a bit weird. We'll see. I'd prefer not to equip it on turn 1, but I might not really have a choice. Let's see. Coin Sword into Worgen again seems so good though. Should we just keep the Lights Justice then? No, let's bait out a news, right? And give ourselves the option of not doing this. Because it's kind of designed for the early game anyway. By the time the Sword of Justice is depleted, there's not much use for the Lights Justice anyway. I feel like I might just hit and coin the sword here. Because it feels that he wants to Shadowblade or Deadly Poison, and then my 3/3 Worgen is going to be sad.
For justice.
So we checked him for the ooze. Didn't have it. We'll equip the sword now. Stono's pretty good to go with this as well. Make a 2/5 now. Versus Raging Worgen, have a 4/4. He uses face in the 3/3. Guessing the 2/5 feels better here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Casually pick the Tarim. Doesn't have a clue. Alright, do I hit this thing to prep it? Charge goes to 3. Next turn, maybe 2 minions. Charge goes to 1. I don't know. He might have something here, right? Don't think I'll use my charge. So he's got a hallucinated card and a Blink Fox card. So one he chose, one he didn't. Looks like there was no downside to holding the weapon, which is nice.
For justice.
So we can make a 2/2 Divine Shield and a 3/3. Or we can make a 4/4 with upside into a Jelly. The 4/4 with upside is a little bit more threatening and does allow for 2 charges to buff both the jelly and the 1/2. Not only that, it also means we could get some really good Argent Protector value next turn. So I think I'm leaning towards the 4/4 myself. Savage Sun. Damn. Well, some good quality cards. Hit the shield, hit the 2/2, shield, hit the Blink Fox, make a 1/1. We could also make a 2/2 and a 2/2. Would I rather have a 3/3 and a 1/1 or 2 2/2s? I think I prefer a 3 and a 1 for like Perditions, right? Which seems pretty good for him here.
For justice.
I think I want this in the middle, the Worgen.
Not on my watch.
Can't get the dude in the middle. Not if I want the stat distribution, I want it. It's a pretty good board. 4/4 jelly. I think I prefer to have the Wind Fury guy ready to kick some ass. Because that means there's like huge pressure on him to deal with it. The other one is bump, bump, bump. 4/4 jelly and a 1/2. Don't think that's so good. Okay. Looks like we played around fan with the stat distribution we chose. Mad Hatter is really strong on a board like this. I'm pretty happy doing it here. Mad Hatter and a 1/1 or try to get a 2. The problem is I might hit all the hats on the 1/1, right? Or 2 hats. I would only like to hit 1, so. Then again, this is evisceratable, right? Okay, sure thing.
This is my
Yeah. I would have liked 2 hats on this. So we missed 2 face, but we didn't create a 6/4. Creating a 6/4 is pretty bad for eviscerate. Oh my god. Looks like we made the right call after all, chat. I guess it's really the Hatter's credit, right? The Hatter did that well. Part of me wants to just go Jelly Dude here, pass next turn, dude, tear him and destroy him. The Stormwind Champion's not that good here. The Tarim's okay here, but we can do better. So I think I will actually go for the make some stuff and see what happens play. So far, he's got 1 hallucinated card, right? And 1 Blink Fox card. Okay. That's acceptable. We'll see what he does. Okay. Oh my god. I kind of want a Stormwind because of that. Because, like, we don't really need to Tarim his guy right now. And our board's still pretty good for Tarim the turn after. Because you can hold Tarim for when the opponent has something you truly need to Tarim.
Reporting for duty. Behold the might of Stormwind! The battle!
Grizzly would have been good on this board. Wait, is there a meme about where I shouldn't have picked the Tarim? Because I'm kind of focused on the game. I don't want to be missing out on some memes, you know. Apple Bomb synergy. Pretty good. That's just not fair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. I am so sorry, my friend.
for duty. Ungoro belongs to the Titan.
Da, da, da.
To battle. To battle.
Cold Blood's pretty good on that, I guess. If he harder moves, he trades anyway.
To battle.
Take the face. We got conviction for Bone Marrow. Bone Marrow enough isn't enough. Bone Marrow alone isn't enough. Ah, okay, Demodius. Thanks for filling me in. That would have been a reason to trade. I wonder what we're gonna play next turn, chat.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
We could throw him a curveball and just not go tear him here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes. Yeah, I think we just don't tear him yet. It's just not necessary.
I wonder.
Gotta play the regular dude first, right? Keep the golden dudes around.
Reporting for duty.
Term's so bad it buffs his minions, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just... There's such a drawback of the card, you know? Looks like he'd be taunting, and he's gonna kill the 1/1s, which would make sense, right? Which means we, once again, don't have to tear him yet, if we don't want to. Look, Term is carrying from the hand. Oh man. So we can trade 2 and pop off with the Terran now, or we could just Shroom Brewer. We know he's got the Valspine for the Terran. We're gonna hit 2 of them. The other one is to heal this hero power, play some 1/1s. We want to keep 1/1/1 so we can go dude, lost, 1/1, Terran. So I think we're just gonna hold the Terran for now.
Reporting for duty.
Right? So we need to keep 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can play 2 dudes. That's fine.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Babblies and yummies! Because he's expecting the Terran, because he just wants the Valspine to Terran and make the swing. And we have a pretty much full refill already. He's used the face already, right? Or no? Not yet. Okay. That means we'll go off this turn to kill the Apple Bomb properly. Oh my god, and we can adapt the dudes next turn. That's so sick.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Ungoro belongs to the Titan.
He gets a lot of life back and he does have that Valspine. Not trading is actually pretty awkward.
My duty is to the king.
Oh, he's not gonna Valspine, okay. Interesting. Oh, he's leaving the dudes up. He must have something good here, right? Because otherwise... Wow. That feels so weird. He must have not had anything good to play with the Valspine. I don't really need to play anything else, right?
Reporting for duty.
Did not hit damage. I'm gonna go with the health, I feel. Death Rattle's better on this. We go Death Rattle here, we trade 1. We go face. Boo, 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 boo. We can humility that, but that doesn't seem necessary.
The battle! The battle! The battle! The battle!
Much bigger chance you would draw Vine Cleavers or Steeds. Yeah, but then I can't play Stegodon, right? I think Stegodon had such a high chance of winning the game for us regardless, we should have gone for it, right? Some pretty sick Tarim abuse. Had we killed the Valspine earlier, we would have been able to Tarim a bit earlier as well.
Smart moves. I concede.
Uther versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury.
I will fight with honor.
More Rouges. Is this a Stonehill Keep deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No.
Reporting for duty.
One shot, one kill.
Not on my watch.
The battle!
Not exactly what we want. Same guy? No. Same hero, but other dude. Other dude. Yeah, it was probably fine to don't be a Perditions. Oh man, I never see SI anymore. It's just such a nasty card. Stonehill would have been okay here. But then again, we did hit the Argent, so that's not really fair to say, right? Yeah, that's not really fair to say. It's probably our first loss from how it's going. But Rogue is such a good counter to Pally. When you're playing Rogue, you're so happy to play against Paladin. It's really reversed to how it usually is. This is the matchup where we'll need Vine Cleaver to get us back in it. And we just need to throw shit at him. He's having a good time. This is where Sword of Justice would have been a really good card for us. Oh, Vine Cleaver's showing up, that's good. I think we're just gonna draw 2 here. Potentially 3 with Humility. Yeah, I think it's worth the Humility, because you get a card and it's just fighting for board, right? Alright, the Vine Cleavers are ready. Stonehill is ready. Okay. We haven't taken any damage, that's the big part, right? Because we've played super responsible, just... We've been throwing cards at him, just sacrificing the Brewers, sacrificing the Jelly. Really just throwing everything out. Because of that, we're healthy enough that we can use the Vine Cleaver to its full use, and probably the second one to a good extent as well.
For justice.
It's very nice.
Reporting for duty.
I think the way how it worked, Ogre, it worked out really well. I'm not sure whether it was correct or not. So he's gonna play for the long game. Our hand is doing okay for the long game. I'm kind of feeling like spreading now. Right? Because we have Direwolf with Worgen. I feel like preemptively buffing just is not necessary. Neither is the Stormwind. Use the Stormwind when it's doing a lot on the board. Since we're doing a long game, the Etten could be the pick. Righteous Protector is obviously a very nice card. This turn we're gonna bop here, Direwolf, bop here, play Worgen. Next turn we're gonna Stormwind. And then we might Etten or Vinecleaver. I think because of the amount of dudes we're gonna have anyway, the Etten is fine.
For justice. Reporting for duty. The battle.
I'll play it here in case he gets past the Stone Hill. Just hoping it's not a Geddon. Oh wow. Guess he's got Fan? Fan means we still get a pretty nice Worgen bump. How much damage can we push? Quite a bit. I think it's better to play the Stormwind though.
For justice. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I like the Stormwind now to push the 2 extra. And also to create like a really threatening target for him. The Etten would be fine as well. It's not Steed, because that gives him a very, very easy sap. I think I just like this for the health, right? It won't be enraged anymore, though.
I must move quickly.
But if I push 10 here... Ah, Etten feels better, actually. Because I'm not setting up lethal with the Vinecleaver. Feels like I'd rather throw away the Etten into removal than the Worgen. And this would unenrage if Stormwind dies.
For justice.
Game looked bad, but the Divine Favor turn... I mean, the cards weren't even like that relevant, right? It's just the... This game shows the true power of Vinecleaver, right? Like, we have no chance whatsoever if we don't have Vinecleaver enraged. Hey, Tom. Doing well, man. How are you doing?
I will fight with honor.
Wow. I'm tempted. I don't know about you guys. Right? Yeah, let's do it. If he's got a slow turn, we're going. We're doing well. Although a 6-0 Paladin having a slow turn seems unlikely. Yup. That's the difference, right? That's why I love Firefly so much. If he doesn't have Firefly here, we're quite likely to win the early game. Now he's quite likely to win the early game. Crazy how that works.
I wonder.
Coin ooze makes a dude. We trade. We make our dude. Turn 3, we make some dudes. Oh man, I hate doing this. I feel otherwise we're just not going to be competitive on the board. Alright, we might burn bells here, we'll see. Feels like burning bells is acceptable. And then you get dudes lost on 3 and then stag.
An error.
Don't worry about it, baby. Just focus on your curve. We'll each play our own game. If he's got the consec as well, then we're in trouble. Otherwise, we might just overpower him with that. Oh, sorry.
Reporting for duty.
Nice.
The battle! The battle!
We burned resources like there was no tomorrow. But we have the board, that's all that matters. Because we gave up our ooze, we gave up our bells, but we're on the board. And ultimately, that's, you know, looking at his hands, that's the only thing we need. Direwolf, points over Yeti, gotta say here, for sure. Keeping that board. This is actually a really good game for me to just see it happening, right? Because I definitely was scary playing the use. I definitely was scared to play the use, and I definitely was scared to throw the bells out for one charge. But if I see this happening, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty fine with it. Seems like a good turn to Hatter, like trade, Hatter dude. Hatter will make this a 5/5 dog, which is very nice to play around the Divine Cleaver, which he will try to use to come back in the game.
The battle! Reporting for duty.
Hey Slissa, how you doing today? We needed that earlier. Wait, from where did that come? Oh, it was his turn 5 draw. Okay. I can't humility that. We can brewer to trade, or we can just steed. I feel like brewer is better because we keep stuff on the board. And we have the direwolf effect, right? The steed is good, right? But I kind of like brewer bump, dude. So I mean, if you don't have to steed yet, why not take advantage of the direwolf's effect? I think my hearthstone's broken. Rogue's pretty good right now as well, Slissa. Rogue's pretty good. Okay, he picked up fairly fast, so Primordial Drake or Tarim. Steeding now is bad for Tarim, and not steeding is bad for Drake. I think I'm way more afraid of Tarim than I am of Drake. I have conviction for the both of either of them. I think I equipped the Sword of Justice here to deal 5 face or not. Because if it's Tarim, like are we that sad? Trades, Disciple Dude, Face, put him at 11. I feel like this makes more sense. We could have buffed the Disciple, but versus either Drake or Tarim, it makes no sense. So I'd rather do it this way. Good. Conviction. Steed. Not lethal, huh? Kinda want to get the favor out. So we just go Steed, trade, save the conviction, draw 2 cards. Pretty happy with how we played this. I think there were lots of different things we could have done. Lots of forks in the road. I don't think we kill that. I think we just have conviction for if he steeds. Because I could conviction bump, and that would be fine. Push 4, get this buffed. I definitely want to get the jelly buffed, I think. Well, no, we want to get the Divine Shield buffed.
Silver Moon shall not fall.
Well played.
Well played.
Nice. This was a really good game for myself to just to see it happening, right? But you also need to know how likely it is you're gonna get certain things. I feel like you need to have certain
With honor.
scenarios in your head ready and then act on them, if that makes any sense. Bell's the Hive Queen seems like a bad plan. I will probably keep the Hive Queen though. I said yes. Am I betting for win or lose? You're betting that we're gonna get 10. I'm ranked 2 on points. What do I win? If you keep that until the end of the month, you get a free coaching session, Bibri. That's currently valued at $50. I'm just gonna let this time out while I'm stretching, guys. Answering some questions. Yeah, I just don't have a very formulated opinion yet on how to draft. It's been a lot of experimenting. That's why I haven't made a video yet. I would like a bit more practice. I feel like I've wasted 2 weeks with a certain approach that yielded almost no results, so I'm just working from behind. I'm behind on my testing. If I win coaching, can I trade it for a sub? Sure, man. That's like minus 10 times the value, but I mean, I'm not gonna pay you $50, so a sub is fine. Where's my time skip technique? Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's holding on to your position now. Well, keep an eye on how everyone's doing. I thought 10 months of sub. That's not how it works.
Let me think.
Reporting for duty.
Wow. I mean, I'm not playing anything, but neither are you, buddy. I feel like he's going to equip Blood Razor on 4, and he's not gonna hit the Hive Queen. And then my dudes are dead. Well, you'll crush the dudes, but I don't think you'll crush the Hive Queen, will you now? Or will you? No, he's gonna let me kill it. No, he's gonna let me kill it. Cursed Disciple is so iffy versus warriors. It's the best play for the board. I'm not sure if I would have Blood Razor Tear if I had the Drake. I think I would have, but that doesn't mean our opponent would have. Silver Moon, trade one in, go face. Cursed, go face. Blood Razor clears. I'll be stretching the left in just a moment. He could also just play a taunt, right? Like the 3-6 here.
I must move quickly.
The battle! The battle!
This is a bit weird. I feel he should have Razored last turn, but we'll see. There we go. There's a taunt. Like, I feel like he should have Razored last turn. Ooh. Spicy. I need to think. I'll stretch after the game. The left one. The other one is to shield. I think another dude adapt is fine, because I think the shield's gonna come in handy.
Reporting for duty. The battle!
Alright. I thought I needed both to trade there.
The battle! The battle!
When I get a standing desk, I will probably at some point, but I mean, I'm not standing all the time. I'm just standing when I'm stretching, so.
For the war chief!
Wow. We're in desperation mode already, huh? Ooh, we could get 2-2s off that. Probably not what we want. Yeah, I need to play first. I can't just stretch in between. I think I might leave this up. He hasn't shown pings, so...
Not on my watch. I must move quickly.
Not sure what I heal. He did just go for my face, so... I think I will just heal the face. Wow.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
I like keeping the death rattles for Brawl, because it feels like that's where it's coming from right now anyway, right? Alright.
I wonder.
But thanks for the suggestion, Songbird's Melody. It's, I will get some, I will get like a new chair as well at some point, so it depends a bit what goes with that. Yes it does, Mithranor, yeah. That's why I was tempting to pop them, but I feel like unpopped they were worth more. I don't know what to say. That's why we're gonna do some Collins runs in between as well. It'll be fun. Ooh. I like the sword. It gives us pings as well, right? It's very nice in this matchup.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. Just pass the turn, my man.
Reporting for duty.
He too is somewhat of a tempo player. We'll trade. We don't have anything to gain by going face right now. So let's not give him a way to do something. Yeah, I'm not sure percentage-wise how many runs were played on my account, but I don't know. It feels less than 20%, but that's maybe a little bit too extreme. I'm not sure though. Alright, should we play the sword, Gnomish will become a 3-5, which will challenge the Stonehill. If we play the Stonehill, we don't want to play Hatter, we don't want to play Disciple, and Gnomish is just not going to be as good. So I think we accept that the 1-4 is going to kill our dude, and we get the 3-5 next turn. If he has an ooze, we are sad. Never seen anyone near your gold? I think Kibler has more, and there's probably some other people who don't stream who have more, and maybe there's a streamer who has more. But I'm going up. I think I'm catching up to Kibler, because I think, you know, he doesn't like play Arena all the time, so. Well, remember when I said we were gonna play the Gnomish? That's not happening anymore. We're probably just playing Cursed Disciple. The problem is that if he has something for the snail, it's gonna be rough. I'm thinking of bumping the snail here. And then playing the Cursed. And then letting him double trade if he likes. I could also play the Stonehill, but then his Stonehill will survive and it'll be in the way. All in all, that's going to be 3 weapon charges invested, meaning that Jelly and the spawn will still work. So we're going to do this. And I think you hit this, because if he has an Argent Protector or just a weapon to go bump and bump. Oh, actually he can't go in, huh? Yeah, he can't go in, because it'll be 2 health. I think in that case I don't do it. I think in that case I sit on my charge. Actually, no. Argent Protector is still, it's still good for me if I hit. Divine Shield! There we go, boys. Good thing I didn't talk myself out of that in the end. Too bad I can't, like, pass up the buff. That would have been good. Well, our opponent is in a really good position. It's not that much we can do. We're gonna have to go into the 1-1, so let's do that before we forget. We can play Stonehill and Fallen Sun to give ourselves a 2-5 and a 3-6 and a 2-1. Or we can have a 4-4 Jelly with a 1-2. The 1-2 dies to his weapon, which on its own is fine. He's got a 1-3 Divine Shield. I can't kill that with the Jelly. He's gonna play a minion. I think it's still correct to Jelly. It's just a bit... It's a little scary.
Squire, attend me.
Okay.
Ready, sir.
It's a bit of an easier decision for our opponent. The Stonehill now helps protect the Jelly. Is that worth it? We bump the 1-3. The 2-2 kills the 1-2. 4-4 kills the 1-4. Worgen is pretty annoying for him in that particular case, so I think we will do it. Feels like it's Grizzly. Alright, let's go for the late. Not a good spot, but our opponent had a 1 just as we did, and he had a Purifier's Maul to push early tempo.
What fools these mortals be!
Okay. That's enough for the Jelly to go down here. But not the Worgen. And the Worgen's pretty problematic for him. Yeah, I could see him kill the Worgen over the Jelly, although I think autopilot he'll just kill the Jelly. But the Worgen is very problematic for him. Nope, okay. So Jelly lives. Jelly lives to spawn another day. He's gonna go in, so he can't go in. That makes sense, absolutely. Looks like Grizzly is pretty good for us. Grizzly buff it up. We're gonna have a 9 health Grizzly. 5 and 4 is 9, but it will die. And then 2-2 into the 1-2. Face into the Jelly. Jelly will be finally dead. But that's fairly good for where we're at, right? I don't think we can bargain for much more than the board clearing. If we don't buff the Grizzly, this will live on 1 HP, which is a little awkward. In all likelihood, he's just going to steed and we're going to be dead. But when you're behind in a Paladin matchup, there's really no bargaining, right? You take what you get. Yeah, killing the Worgen was definitely the right call. And I mean, if he spends time looking at the board, which he did, you'll see that. That's pretty good. Donk donk. Donk donk. Oh, that would be wrong? Oh, he's just not gonna kill the Jelly. I don't know about not killing the Jelly. I'm more of a Jelly killing guy myself, you know?
Pass me that Arclight's banner!
I think I would have taken out the Jelly if I were him. Because, I mean, he keeps spawning those 1-2s, right? Like, he's either going to have to throw his 4-2 in there again or his face. He allows for the peanut butter synergy. Yeah. Goes for the clear. Thankfully, we're doing some work. I'd love to see our own pretty soon. Gundrake nice for him. think we're just stuck going with the steed, right? It's gonna be a 7 health steed with 4 damage with the direwolf. Meaning the bone drake and the 1 will go in, and then facing the 2/3 will go into the stag. The stag will kill the 2/3. And then I'll have dog and a 1/1 left. Well, the 2/1. The 2/1 can go into the drake, and then the dog can kill the 1/1. It's pretty bad altogether.
Let me think.
But we're doing our best. I guess you can just throw face and these in here and this in there, but then the 2 can still go in. Bonk, 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 bonk. No, the 1/1 goes in. No. Because I buffed it like this. He just does it this way, right? Probably should have kept the armor. Don't think it matters. Well, you could get Alex out of this, so. So he gets to kill the 2/1 with his 1/1. That's a better clear indeed. Divine Favor is still fairly good for us. Fine Cleaver's still good. Stormwind is, I don't know. Well, looks like he's making the favor worse.
My torture continues. Reporting for duty.
YOLO Hatter? I don't think so. Unfortunately, we drew kind of awkward. Like, we didn't draw our early game, and we also didn't draw our finishers. We drew all our mid game. It's an unfortunate turn of events. But it's still possible with a Vine Cleaver draw. Because he's not high rolling here off the Bone Drake. So Vine Cleaver just shows you how sick Vine Cleaver is. Might still get us back in there. Not quite a Vine Cleaver. More like a Baby Hammer. As Kaladar would say. Now it's too late. It's too late. I'm gonna take too much damage. Vine Cleaver won't cut it anymore. It's okay. I think we played well. I think our opponent played well as well. No shame in losing that game. You played that because you talked about your plays, he's a sniper. It's possible, but oh well.
Reporting for duty.
Sick Vine Cleaver, bro. Alright, we'll save ourselves and our opponent some time.
Played. The victory is yours.
Will you stream with Collins today? I will. He'll be on probably after this round, yeah.
With holy fire.
I will fight with honor.
Direwolf over the Yeti has been performing. Been liking it. Are there this month only stats? Sure. I mean, I'm guessing you're gonna want leaderboard, right, Master Y? So I will make. If you use exclamation mark stats, there will be a sheet available with the leaderboard stats in there. First is Paladin, and with the Direwolf, I think we go off here. Am I gonna need 4 though? I'm thinking, do I need coin more? We're gonna make 2 guys. He's gonna play a 2/3. I'm gonna make Direwolf, trade. With the Lost, I push an additional 4 damage. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Let's grab the board.
Reporting for duty.
That's a whole lot of dudes, right?
No more take candles.
Gonna go with the counter dudes. I think you do play the Direwolf simply because the Direwolf can kill a dude for free next turn. Positioning. You're always trading 1.
Battle.
There's no way around that. I think I'd rather have 2 dudes on the left, seeing as my hero power will spawn on the right.
To battle. To battle! To battle! Reporting for duty.
Okay.
Reporting for duty.
Let's see if we can hit like sort of Justice or Stonehill or something like that. That'd be great. Favor, not quite.
To battle! Reporting for duty. To battle! To battle!
Keeping 2 on the left, playing Leper Gnome because I'd rather sack that than the Stegodon. How long can this go on? Oh, quite a while it seems. Alright, we can just bell here, and destroy him, which is pretty cool. Wipe that smirk off his face. Doesn't feel like he has Consecrate.
Well met. To battle!
Ah, hello, challenger.
Oh no, what will I do? Not a Gloom Eater. Please God, no. Adapt now or not? We're gonna sack the Leper Gnome and the dude. We can go Cursed now. I think it's Cursed now and then next turn do the Adapt. Or keep the Adapt for post Vine Cleaver. If I Adapt now... Divine Shield is quite good. Damage doesn't matter. Health doesn't matter. No, there's too little that matters right now.
To battle! To battle!
I'd be adapting one guy most likely. Usually it is Hua. It's dependent on how your curve looks. I thought he just wanted to greet the Leper now.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! I will fight with honor.
I don't think we keep anything. The Leper Gnome is just the card slots, right? I'd rather have Justice, I'd rather have dudes. 9 and 1 Warrior, probably gonna see some Blood Razors. Pretty scary. Okay. We could run out of steam very fast with double lost. Flank Cleaver is good to see. It's a bit early, but rather have it than not have it in the end. Warrior, Monk Ass. I like playing Warrior. It's pretty good. If I make more dudes, next turn I can favor on curve. He's got 6 cards right now. He's going to go up to 7. He's probably going to coin 1, so he's going to go down to 5. I'm going to have 3, 4... it's not that many cards I draw. I think just dude. Play for the board right now. From what I've heard, Druid is pretty good, but I haven't had the necessary practice with it yet. Wow. I think now we'll just favor on curve. Will we? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's draw 3. I feel like he's going to coin Blood Razor and I'm going to be sad, so feels like the draw makes more sense. Otherwise we're going to just run out of steam versus this. There's too many cards he can play where our board just gets wiped regardless. Blood Razor. There we go, boys. It's not so much that it forces us to have something nameless, it allows us to have something. You should look at it in that way. That's quite a big difference. Guardian? Gonna focus on the game again, right? Just Gotcha. Rib dudes, it worked. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to calm down. I've got a PhD. Wait, did I miss a sub earlier or not? I don't think I did, but I've been so focused on my games. Alright. Wow, that Blood Razor, I mean, it killed 3 dudes, but it didn't do as much as it could do. Sword of Justice plus the Fallen allows us to kill that. We would keep a 4 and 2 and a 3 and 2. But more importantly, we have the board. We would use 2 charges. Next turn I'd have to use 3 charges to get full value for my Vine Cleaver. That's probably not a problem. The other one is to go with the Worgen now and set up an Enrage, but I kind of like getting the buff on the Worgen. So I'm okay with what we got here. You don't always have to clear, but it's just a nice clear. Sword and double lost. We can do that next turn, right? I think I'd rather just take it out. I'm also not sure how much I want to play into a Warpath. So he can't quadruple Warpath me. So the Raging Worgen is safe. The question is, do I want to shield this? I think the answer is yes. And now we play 1 lost. I think I'd rather have higher health, so we go for a 3.
Not on my watch.
Because now he kind of needs the Warpath. And the Warpath means we get an Angry Worgen. And we can just Vine Cleaver on top of it, jam a lot of face damage. It's okay, Nameless. I mean, I'm a little bit more busy with my own game, so it's always possible that you're right. I mean, I'm wrong all the time. So our opponent could make 2 5/5s next turn, not 3. I want to keep this on 4, seeing as the Warpath is not an out for him then, even though it's tempting to enrage it here. I feel like it is more of a threat while it is undamaged, because Warpath is not an out. We're definitely going to Vine Cleaver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can use our face into here. I think I'd rather just clean up some bodies so I have space on the board. And I like to keep the higher health minions so that the AoE effects aren't good enough. Okay. Be nice to hit our conviction here, of course. Oh, that's also good. So we can hit first, trade something, and then stag. That's 7 damage in there. That means we don't even need to poison, right? Just like damage is enough. I could even sack the 3/3 to adapt more shit.
For justice.
Let's think about it.
Reporting for duty.
If I adapt damage, it'll be a waste though.
I must move quickly.
This is my responsibility.
The battle. Reporting.
Warpath will clear now. And then we go face and play black card. Wind Fury? Maybe I should have gone Wind Fury, right? Push a little bit of extra damage. He doesn't have a Warpath. It's very good. It's very, very good. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Steed the Worgen, hit the Apple Bomb. He's at 18. Worgen is 7. 7 and 3 is 10. 14, 18. Perfect. 18. 6, 7, 10, 14, 18. Okay.
The battle for justice. Well played. Reporting for duty.
Okay. That's a pretty tough matchup for our deck because we're very vulnerable to plague the way how we play.
I will fight with honor.
I want to get a 1, but the Sword of Justice has been like I don't have 3s, so I think you keep the sword, and hopefully we hit a 1. Lost in a Jungle, Fallen Sun. Why do you have no points? They reset every month. Slow start. He's probably used to farming Paladins by now. I'm assuming he has Plague, I'm assuming he has UI, so... Maybe we need a really good push with the Stormwind, a good push with Sound of Bells, a good Light-Fused Stegodon. I'm already trying to figure out like how we win the game, right? You could play Hive Queen here and then Sword on 3. And then have her die by turn 4. Or you could just make a dude. If you make a dude, I think you just Hive Queen. Worst case scenario, you buff it on 4 if it's not dead by then. He probably has no desire to kill this thing, which I can understand. So in his mind, we're making a dude here, and then we can catch him off guard with the fact that we can still spend our mana properly. But we are on the board. I'm assuming he's still not going to play anything for us to kill our Hive Queen on. But it does mean that we get bored on him. And honestly, if he's not playing anything, a turn 5 Stonehill is not the worst thing, because it's getting +1/+1. You're pretty much getting that, Alex. Like, you're not guaranteed one, but it's quite likely you're getting a legendary. Yes, Ooze would suck a ton. But then again, you can sack the Hive Queen, so it's bad, but not like as bad as it could be. Looks like he'll kill it. Let's go with a reasonable play. I think we punished him once with the Sword of Justice, and he's like, I guess I kill it then. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
The sun has set for me.
Normally a pretty bad turn. We got a 3-2 and a 3-3 on turn 4. That's pretty good. It's looking like we're going to go Defender Dude into Stegodon. Sword of Justice has been very good for us. Picked it over a Bone Drake and have not regretted it yet. I think game 1 I had it on turn 6 where a Bone Drake would have been better, but especially with the low amount of 3s in this deck, being able to mulligan for the sword and being able to spend your mana in a meaningful way, it's been good. The coin here is probably good for us. It means we are not getting hit by a... it means we're not getting hit by a plague yet.
Out of my jungle.
Okay. Let's talk about it. So it is going to be a 2-5. He might health buff this, which is a problem. Double trading, however, seems pretty bad. I think we're playing this and making a dude, and next turn make a dude Stegodon. Which means overall the Gastropod should be better, especially with 2 more expensive minions here. I think I might sacrifice the 3-2 in order to play around MCT.
I must move quickly.
But then again, why would I not just full kill it, right? There's too many bad things that can happen. Bark Skin, Mind Control Tech and such. It's an unfortunate turn of events that we have to end up sacrificing the 3-3 dude, because that would have been a nice adapt. It's just too dangerous, right? Dead Speaker, Bark Skin, a buff of his own, like a Mark of the Wild or any of those things. It just gets very scary. 1 in 10 hype. I don't think there's time to play the Steam bot. If we had picked the Stegodon, we could play a 3-7 on this round and then develop the Light Fused after the Vine Cleaver. That's probably a mistake. I think a 3-7 was better. I think it's because I wasn't trading the 3-3 in my initial line. That's why I went for the Gastropod, because I didn't think I was gonna not play Stegodon. I think now there's an option to keep the Stegodon. I would say there's an option to keep the Stegodon, you know. It wouldn't seem unreasonable. What do you guys think? Well, keep the Light Fused, right? Alright, that's of course a disgusting draw. Not really vulnerable to Plague. We can Stormwind here, we don't have to go into range. Saved by Steed. Steed was insane here, yeah. It's one of the moments where you go like, oh, fucking card. MTG Nerd Girl, thank you so much for the host. How was your stream? How are you doing? What time is it for you now? Pretty late, I assume. Or really early, but then I don't think you'd be ending, right? There's that Mark of the Wild, so definitely got rewarded for trading earlier. So getting the Vine Cleaver out is nice for the Stegodon. It's a bit dangerous for a Plague. But we're going to have 3 bodies, which is really not that bad. And then next turn, we can buff them all up if we want to. So we're pretty happy with the Vine Cleaver this round. Getting rid of a body. Not necessarily a Plague he will take. 5 AM? Oh, okay. Different kind of morning person then. It's like, I love mornings. I go to bed in the morning. Ooh, nasty. Very good for him. And that was a top deck. My god. Alright.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Claw and pre-hit. Okay. Probably the Stormwind then. Let's have a look. Stormwind, trade, push 2. That's a whole lot of pressure. Whereas if we go Dude, Stegodon, Gastropod, then he Plagues, meh, you know? Just meh. Probably just gonna equip the Justice to hit his face at this stage.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
The Might of Stormwind.
The battle. The battle. The battle. For justice.
A top deck, baby rage. Why did this happen to me? My opponent top decked an answer for my broken card. How can I go on? That was roughly what I was feeling in that moment. For sure. We're gonna keep the Divine Favor for after the UI. I'd say the chance that he has Plague is really high. Is it worth not adapting then? Like, an adapted dude is probably not worth a 1-5. So I think we skip 1 adapt. Just attack. Could pick Poison and get rid of the thing. Poison, trade, give him a bunch of 1-1s. But I feel like attack to just hit him in the face with. Correct play.
What?
Did not misplay.
I concede.
It's a priest. Okay. I want to keep this, but there's no way. It might be tempo, right? But you want to get this back 100%. Right? That's more like it. Our opponent kept 1 card. 2 cards. Hey, Vine Cleaver answers the call. Van Soup, yeah. Preemptive Van Soup. Let's go. Gotta get that preemptive ban in there, guys. Sacrifice soup to the priest gods. That's good, but there are worse moments for that to come out. It's bad versus mind control. We'll still pick it. We're player 1, so if the coin comes out, we have 2 turns for it. I mean, we're always going to pick it here, but you want to not give your opponent the read. The Dread Corsair is not bad with the Vine Cleaver. It's not a Tyrion. If the taunt stays in our hand, he will definitely have a suspicion it's Tyrion, so him having a mind control would be unfortunate. Ooh. So it's definitely nice to keep Sound to Bells in this matchup to get a lot of value out of them. However, Stono is a really good body to do it on, and it means we could clear this thing. It means we'd keep it 3-6. If I play Cursed Disciple, Shadow Madness is pretty good for him. He could also just play an Elixir on this thing and trade. So I will take the Bells trade. And then hopefully the Vine Cleaver will be enough to push him off the board. Why not Grizzly? Can play it next turn. Ding, ding. Feels bad for the Stonehill to die to pain. Sure, but I mean, at least it already killed something. Woohoo! So, cards we should play around. Let us have a look. A Vine Cleaver on curve could be a thing, so keeping Ooze is nice. Argent Protector could be used to Divine Shield something. Conviction and Humility can deal with bigger minions. Divine Favor, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Yeah, Steed. Those are about the cards I'm worried about, right? Cool. So, is it Sword and Dude, or is it Cursed Disciple? Cursed Disciple is way more pressure. Sword and Dude is much nicer on the curve, seeing as it's Sword Dude into this Undude. Question is, do we need that? It might also be Sword into the black card. Oh, that's a 4/10. Okay, I'm sold. Sold! We could push 1 phase, but I think the sheer act of pushing phase gives him the read that we have Vine Cleaver in hand, which might prompt him to hold an Ooze. So I would be okay with him oozing this over Vine Cleaver. If we hit face with this thing, there's a chance he won't ooze, right? Because he's like, why would he hit face? That means he's got an ooze. That means he's got a bigger weapon, right? So we're not feeding him that information right now. No Diggy? I do 1 Diggy at the start, Phil. And then I think that's okay to keep the tradition up. Get us all fired up for the game. Then we're back in the zone. Okay, that's an underwhelming steal for him. Looks like he didn't steal any Lost in the Jungles. We can header this turn if we like. I think the black card is fine. No, we use 2 charges.
Let
Getting the Hatter out pre... this is bad for the Embrace, right?
For justice. Go to battle.
It's another card for my deck. Mass Dispel isn't so much a problem here, but I guess I can see it here or here.
I must move quickly.
Embrace is just such a bad beat here. But I feel like it's much more likely he's got AoE. Math Hatter for you? Mm.
What was lost
Ooh,
will be
cool.
found again.
Fine Cleaver means he can MCTS. But we don't want a hat here. And honestly, the Vine Cleaver is just too good.
For justice. To battle.
I feel like MCT is somewhat likely, but not Vine Cleavering just doesn't feel like a good play. Just hope that one time we're lucky, right? Just one time, not the 410. Come on. He still has 2 cards from the Devour Mind and 1 card from the Oracle. The Oracle could be lost, but the other 2 is not. Okay. Oh.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. He could have stolen... No, he can't have... He couldn't have stolen another Stegodon, right?
I wonder. Let me think. For justice. To battle. Reporting for battle.
So if I Tyrion now and he screams,
I must move quickly.
I can spread. I think it is Tyrion, because I think if he screams, I no longer want to play Tyrion, right?
Put your faith in the light.
It's not necessarily a play you normally make, but I want to be able to spread versus the scream. Nope. Top decked it. But that's good, right? We knew what we wanted.
Reporting for duty.
Now that we lost the synergy.
For justice. Reporting for duty. Silver Moon shall not fall. Reporting for duty.
He shouldn't have a Stegodon, right? Because he played Steg from the first steal, and he's used the Oracle, so... He might have a Stormwind Champion here for those dudes. Steed is also still an option. Good draw for him, of course, the Scream. But I think if you play Tyrion any later than that, Mind Control becomes a serious issue. And we wanted to be able to spread, so that's okay, right? We thought about the Scream and we were okay with the Tyrion being screamed. The first trade there is probably an indication for a Nova. Oh no, another Lash. And then he's gonna heal back up to 10, down to 7, maybe Hero Power, maybe not. Oh no, he goes to 9 because of the shield. Humility to save some health, makes sense. It's pretty good for him. His last steal can be another cleaver, right? Because the he used the Oracle's cleaver, not the Devour Mind's cleaver. So we will sit on the use. the oh 5/5, right. Oh right. I need to remind myself what happened. This dies to 2 dudes, which is really sad, but I can't play the Hatter. Hatter earlier could have been nice instead of the 4/10 for more pressure. It feels like it is Shroom Brewer, Disciple dude. I don't think we can survive a Vine Cleaver in here.
Let me think.
I don't think the last steal is Steed. It feels like Steed would have been better earlier. Divine Favor is a very good draw for us. What else do we have left? Trade, kill the 4/4, heal the Lord. Next turn we can weapon the Lord. He's very likely to hit that right now. He's already seen a lot of the deck. Which means it could be another Cleaver. If he's gonna bait out an Ooze with that, that would be funny. I feel like we probably still go with it though. Because the Ooze is quite relevant on the board. If he stole another Cleaver with that Glimmer Root, it's just unfortunate. Nice game so far. Double Spirit Lash was really good for him. We haven't seen any crazy Lady in White stuff yet, but I'm assuming it's on the way. Are we dead? We might be. 14, yeah, we're dead, right? Or 1 off, no.
Well played.
I'll let him kill me. It's hard to know if there's an MC in that section of the hand.
Uther versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
That's more what we're used to. Some Donger. I might throw this. It's good, but only with the supporting cards. And I feel like if I hit the Lost, it's already pretty good. I want to hit the Lost. I want to hit the Light's Justice. I want to hit the Sword of Justice. Okay, decent-ish, decent-ish. If we hit the Lost, it's looking a lot better, of course. Oh, 11 and 2, Dragon Egg turn 1. Okay. It's a painful turn. I think otherwise we're going to be falling behind way too much.
No more take candles.
It's good news. It's also good news. If he plays 3 1/1s, we will probably use the Sword of Justice to clear.
The sun has set for me.
This is my responsibility.
I might kill the egg even, when I get the chance.
Ash to ash.
Okay. Probably lowering the health of the egg. I could actually just use Sword of Justice and clear. Keep 3-2. Next turn we have Stonehill. Could also go Light's Justice dude. Probably better to get the Sword of Justice rolling. 3 dudes in hand. Next turn Stonehill's not the worst. It's just this dude. How likely are we to clear? Trade, trade, trade. There's 4 here, 5. I might get the Mad Hatter off with this.
I must move quickly.
I think it's slightly better to go here.
For justice.
Immortality.
My responsibility.
So he's got 3 dudes, 2 flames, and a dragon. And then some cards he drafted.
I'll cut so that the size.
Now we get the Mad Hatter. It's nice. Almost kings on a stick.
You get that, and you get
Justice. The battle. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Tarim on curve.
Out of my jungle. For justice. Reporting for duty.
I'll leave him with 2 guys to adapt if he hero powers. Because I will take care of some of the stats. Because the 1/1 is much better into the Stone Hill. Sure. So, no Steed.
only a fool rejects the Lich
So it could very well be Tarim. He's really trying to spam. The black card is not strong into Tarim. But it's nice with the Shroom Brewer coming in.
Let me think. The battle. For justice. The battle.
If we go Shroom, dude, and he has the Tarim, it's okay with me, right? And the next turn we can do this and that. Because if we can Steed, potentially. Could even stack it on, dude. That's probably better. Protect the dudes under normal circumstances.
For duty.
I like the Stegodon with the Sword of Justice, but that's okay.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Oh my god. That's such an insane draw here.
For justice.
That also locks him out of Tarim if that's what he had.
Reporting for duty. The battle.
I'll play around his Vine Cleaver.
Reporting for duty.
He didn't have it earlier. Poison's not relevant for us, right? No.
For justice. The battle. Reporting for duty. I torture. Reporting for duty.
So now Tarim's no longer a card. That's nice. No Diggy. I played Diggy at the start, and then we're just focusing up. But feel free, jam some Diggies.
Go away.
To battle! To battle! To battle! For justice! To battle! No, quickly! To battle! Reporting for duty.
It's kind of a weird way to trade, but it means that we don't lose out on the dudes, and it means the 2/5 stays on 5 instead of 4 for the Vine Cleaver and True Silver.
Your magic shall not save
Counter Steed. That's funny. Do we use them both now? So then he has a 2/6. I overkill it by 1, but who gives a shit, right?
To battle! To battle!
Combo. I'll use the 2 now. Still out of consecration range. That's the most important thing. Get bubbly, my man.
Put this apple on your
Well
head.
played.
Alright, clean.
To battle! To battle!
I already said well played. Whew. Good. Nice. I just don't think Paladin needs them right now, the spot ski. I tried it yesterday and... Oh, that's a lot of money. I tried it yesterday and it didn't really feel so good. Hey, cheers, Collins. Alright, that's a good start to the leaderboard push, huh? The action is not over yet, guys. We'll be doing another leaderboard run, but this time with my man Collins. So I'll be calling him in. And then there'll be 2 people playing for the leaderboards. So we'll be going for the leaderboard on 2 accounts at the same time.